Welcome everyone to another Blue Bear Quilts YouTube video. Today I'm going to show you how to cut out the pieces for the gathering block. We are participating in Quilt Block Mania for October, and there are 26 other designers that are participating. And so if you go to my most recent blog post, you will see the links to the other designers. Now this block has a series of 3-inch squares that have corner pieces on them, and I'm going to show you two different methods today for how to cut out those corner pieces. Now this block makes a really cool quilt when you combine several of the blocks together. Here it is with 16 total blocks and a 1-inch border, and I call this quilt Gathering Together. Now I'm working on another quilt that involves the same technique, and I'm still in the process of developing the pattern. And it is called Swedish Scrapy Stars. And so you can see all of the beautiful stars, and it's done basically with the same technique that I'm going to demo today. So let's go over to the cutting table and I'll show you how to cut out these blocks. Okay, so now we're at the cutting table and I'm going to show you the first method, which is called a flip and sew method. So in order to do that, you basically take what is a 3.5-inch square, and you always take like the unfinished measurements for these things. So this is a 3.5-inch square, and the little square that we're putting on top is a 1.5-inch square. The big square is going to finish at 3 inches. The little square is going to finish at a basically 1-inch half square triangle. So you lay the 1.5-inch square on one of the corners, one of the appropriate corners of the larger square, and you sew corner to corner right like that. And if you want, you can actually take and use like a marker that will disappearing marker, and draw a line on that, and then you would sew right on the line. So you take and sew literally from corner to corner. Then you're going to take and put your ruler that has like a 1/4-inch line, and you're going to put the 1/4-inch line right on that line that you just sewed. Right like that. And then you're going to take and cut that corner off. And then once you've done that, you're going to press it back and press this one that I had already done back, and there you go. That's one of the units for the block. So that's the flip and sew method. Now the other method that I'm going to show you involves using a ruler, which is called the Creative Grids Folded Corner Clipper. That's what it looks like. So it's Creative Grids Non-Slip Folded Corner Clipper. So for this method, you basically do the same thing. We're going to take and put the larger square, the 3.5-inch unfinished square, and put the smaller square, the 1.5-inch unfinished square, right sides together. And then you'll notice on this folded corners clipper that there are lines, 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inch, 2.5. So because this is a 1.5-inch square, we're going to be using the 1.5-inch line. And you also have to think about what direction you want your thing to fold. So we want it to fold this way, so our cut has to go that direction. So we're going to put this on here so that the cut goes that direction. So notice how I have the 1.5-inch line right there on the bottom, and then I have that little line right over there in that corner, and then the top of the ruler is in the corner right there. So we basically have a diagonal line that's going from this corner right down to that corner. So we lay the ruler on there, we take our rotary cutter and clip that off. And now in one fell swoop, this is ready to be sewn. And so basically you're going to sew at a 1/4 inch, which is going to be right from that corner to that little corner right there. And here you can see I've already done it. I've sewn right there from that corner to that corner. And now I'm going to fold it back. And there we go. That makes that perfect corner. So now, for the Swedish Scrapy Stars, we're going to combine pieces that again are different sizes. This bottom piece is 3.5 and the top piece is 2.5. And now you have to think about which way you want your fold to go. So is it going to go that way or is it going to go that way? And you'll be able to tell from the pattern what you need. So this top piece is a 2.5 inch square. So we're going to use the 2.5 inch line, and we're going to have our fold going this direction. So I'm going to put the 2.5 inch line along the bottom there, put this corner right in the corner there, and then also have this corner be right there. And then we're going to take our rotary cutter, and you can back a little bit there and then go forward, cut that piece off. And then once again we're going to sew right from that corner to that corner, which will be a 1/4 inch. And you can see I've already done that on this piece. And then when you fold it back, you get a nice little unit like that. And we can also do this technique with larger pieces. Here I have a 2.5 by 3.5 inch top piece, and on the bottom I have a 5.5 by 2.5 inch. And so the white piece is the piece that's going to get folded up. So again, we have to think about which direction our corners are going to be. So like that would be one direction there, and then if I move it over here, this would be the other direction. So for today, we're going to go like this. Now when it's the larger pieces, it's a little bit trickier. So we have the two pieces right side together, and because the fold is going this direction, this side over here is the side that we want to get cut off. So we have to place our ruler like this so that we're cutting that part. So I'm going to line the ruler up. So again, at the top piece is a 2.5 inch piece, where the bottom piece is also 2.5 inches going that direction. So we're putting the 2.5 inch line there. It's that little corner is right there in that corner there, and then the corner is also lined up there. And then we're going to take and just rotary cut that corner off. And then then we'll sew this piece from this corner right here to this corner up here. It's the corner that's actually under the underneath piece. So the corner right there to the corner there, that'll be an exact 1/4 inch. And then when you fold it up, the angle will be perfect just the way you need it. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video where I've shown you how to sew these little corner pieces on our free downloadable block called the Gathering Block that's on our website, available for free during the month of October. Blue Bear says hi, and be sure to tune in next time for our next video. Bye-bye.